You want to open it?
Yeah.
Just take your hand and squish. Yes. All right, so I'm happy. So remember, I was complaining that the beans were actually brown and pink that they had sent me, and I was trying to get the cranberry beans, the actual white and cranberry color. And yep, these guys are the white and cranberry. See those? Yes. All right, cool beans.
We're gonna do the big ones first. Yes. This is.
So I'm glad I did let some of them dry out.
A little more.
She's doing that. There's still a couple more on here that I didn't actually take because they're not. This one is empty. This one does have little beans in there. They're really tiny though.
It is.
This one's still a little moist. So is that one over there. This one is still fresh. Oh, is there one down here? Another little one. Oh, but there is a bean in there. So we're gonna take you too. So I have been eating the fresh beans off of here. And these are the pods that I let dry out. And these are simply growing in a 5-gallon bucket. This is a food grade 5-gallon bucket. And it has been really, really hot. We're in the hundreds every day. But I do see a little bloom on here, but I doubt they'll do much more than what they've already done because these beans don't set. I think the temperature was 85 degrees, so above 85 degrees, they're not going to be pushing out any more beans. No more bean pods, but look at that. And I still have more seed beans in the house. So that's not bad. I'm gonna add that to a mixture of beans and make me some bean soup, probably on Sunday. Oh, that's a really pretty one, huh?
This one?
That one right there. My hands are so dirty from watering everything.
We're starting with the babies. This one is one. Only has one in it.
Yeah, that's a little one.
This one has one too.
It's nice and cool under here.
Here we go.
Yeah, one last one. Good job. Not bad. Handful of beans. So it's already bright out here this morning. It is 9:30. We're supposed to have a reprieve from the heat today. It's only supposed to be 89 degrees. I do have theater tickets for this afternoon, so I'm gonna start staining the frame right now so that I can put the shade cloth and the roof and everything on most likely this evening or tomorrow morning. So it's kind of bright out here already, but I wanted to walk you guys through the garden, just give you a peek. It is Sunday morning. As you guys know, I do not tend to the garden on the Sabbath. No watering, no nothing. So walking through just to make sure that everything is okay. So you can see the garden is in full swing. I'm waiting to harvest that watermelon you just saw. I had another one on there also, and you know, gardener error, because we've been in the hundreds every day. I did a little over watering and it ended up splitting, so I had to take it off. So, you know, the casualties of gardening in high heat. So far everything is doing well. I did realize, you know what? I don't like eggplant. I kind of knew that already, but when I bought it, I want to say I got it on clearance, and I think that's why I picked it up. And it does really well. But as I said before, I don't like eggplant. So I'm going to take that guy out of there. I also need to get down in here and transplant these cherry tomatoes. They should be booming right now, but they are completely shaded out by the eggplant and the zucchini. You guys can see my agapanthus is blooming. This is my favorite, I guess you could say, blooming plant, because I love daisies, just regular white petal daisies with the little yellow center. Those are my favorite. See what you got going on in there. Oh, finally getting some zucchini. Doing my best not to hand pollinate this year. I don't want to hand pollinate anything. I want to see if I can get everything to grow on its own. And because this is not a mandatory thing for me right now, I still have room to sit and experiment with things. As you can see, this store-bought tomato saved seed plant has gone completely wild. It is all the way over onto the ground. I had to put a tomato cage back there on the ground just to keep it off of the ground. It does have tomatoes on it. Very, very few. The Crenshaw melon has taken off and away, but it has no fruit. So it did get all of the female blooms on there, and it had no males. So nothing was pollinated, and they all shriveled up, but it is still going, as you can see. Got beans over here. As you can see in the other part of this video, I did harvest some of the Crenshaw beans. Cranberry beans. I do have more squash over here. I don't know if you can even see at this angle. I still have blooms coming. Got more cucumbers coming over there. The heat is slowing things down tremendously, but it's okay. It gives me a chance to try to stay on top of things, because as you guys know, when summer hits and everything starts growing like crazy. This is still my wonder story this year. This honeydew melon is just a monster. And as I said, these were seeds that I planted last year in a container. They sprouted. They gave me about 1.5 foot vine, and then we got a cold snap and it killed it. I left it under a leaking hose, and this year they just sprouted back. So I'm assuming that it was some seeds that didn't germinate, but yeah, they just stayed in the soil, overwintered, and in the spring they just started popping up like crazy. This is another saved seed plant, tomato plant. It was an orange heirloom tomato, and it does have a few tomatoes on here also. So I'm just gonna let those ripen, and then I will probably cut most of this plant back because it has spider mites on it. And as I said before, we've been in the hundreds every day for weeks now, and I try not to spray anything, not even soapy water, during this time because it just kills the plants anyway. My crepe myrtle, which is just going crazy this year. All right, let's walk really fast through the prayer garden. Then I got to get to staining so that I can get ready for the theater. I have matinee tickets. They're at 2 o'clock in Riverside. Taking my daughter to go see Newsies. Look how beautiful. If you guys don't know, the dynamite crepe myrtles are my favorite crepe myrtle. It's just something about red in the garden that I just absolutely love. The new planters I put out here are doing well. I put beans, tomato plants, and cucumber, and a few Swiss chard seeds in there. Look at this, spider webs everywhere. But you're gorgeous, beautiful hibiscus. So I do have one crepe myrtle that I hardly ever show you guys, and that is because it is so huge. But do you see all of those white blooms? It is so beautiful. I brought this tree home. It was about 5 feet tall, maybe a little bit taller, and planted it, and look at that. It is just massive now. It's probably 10 years old. I think it was around 2015 when I bought this tree. I bought that tree and an ornamental plum that I had planted right over there because this was just all a blank area. And the ornamental plum was also beautiful. It was gorgeous. In 2017, my daughter Kimberly took her prom pictures in front of that tree. And literally by the summer, I came outside one day and I heard some little crackling noises. And I turned just in time to watch that tree topple over and hit the ground. The gophers had eaten completely through its root system and just took it out. All right, so I am heading over here so that I can get started with this staining. I will see you guys shortly.